Good morning.
Good morning, Hammer.
I started with you now. Catch up on phone so I started.
No, Anna, me broadcast Hammer.
I kitchen come on. We can simply you may be also discussing nano pay. Show me be a free bar the why any connections, exposures. I would need now. We to my boy my Akikan SMP. So already Anenka.
My ready pa.
Anyway.
Na answer no. Ma minchia ma software wo kumase ha. Me dikaya da sant mayase.
Right.
Esan say Dynacu me Dynacu no.
Yeah.
Mo said ya mo me etumu. Said ya na me ba kumase kra mo me fa no. E ma ho keka e ma mani je bebre. Asofo ndie bebre me boka kra bi pe.
Oh, de boka bi abo.
Sofo Ransford.
Obi me papa o.
Sofo Victor Osei. Sofo Kusi onusu Victor on ye chiri kura na obemu.
Okay.
Bampenifoni de Sofo Victor say Charlie Assemblies of God. Asofo ndie bebre me din chia efin kran e de mamu nyina e me ni je ene ahokeka se me wo ha. Sofo Forsen. Fountain Gate asofo ewa Assemblies of God asofo mama Esther Nyamiche ni kunu me chia mu nyina
that na no Nyamiche ewa around
me pa chawai me hu no cha che
around
me chia bia me kai yeah
they will kai bia no twatu
mate nti asante mai Hammer de maba me say me chia mu nyina anapay
that's it. Last week me ne Manu
bejebi Musiga chairman
Besa
August chairman wo Kumasi ha Tina Augustina Addison me chiao mabedu Gamro mpenifo me chia mu nyina Professor Kofi Abraham me bobo ami nti Musiga fo nyina me chio bia ene Hammer de mabetena ne kunwem nti monka ye ho
amen. Tina send flyer be World Music Day.
Okay.
Musiga Ashanti celebrates DJs and presenters in Ashanti region.
Oh, wonderful.
Press release. Join the global celebration on June 21st, 2024 for World Music Day, a day dedicated to the universal language of music that connects us all. Let's embrace the power of music to bring people together and spread joy across communities and cultures. We extend our deepest appreciation to all music enthusiasts who enrich our lives with their passion and dedication to the act of sound. We would like to thank all DJs and presenters for playing a major role in promoting our music. We are grateful to you. Signed, Augustina Addison, Chairperson, Musicians Union of Ghana Ashanti region. Yedi afa hedi e. Ene ye beko kakra. Musica. Ede na mo ya. Me kan mo ya say o ni position bi onti no. Ede na okay. Say o sa ba bi wa.
Ba de me ka say okay, kasa. Maminjao.
On say ex-president Rollins, Sasa. Ex-president John Mahama, ever saw Baby.
Okay.
All baby, so I've been for your person.
Anne.
Or plans, a beautiful Debbie, we say, we say. So, when your opportunity to sit with Besa as the current president of Musiga, a Diana, whatever to the table, so say, or the candy on one, anyum to four and I will be a musical member be and so be on count piano ebe place of joining a Musiga.
Good. Did it kind me reminding no say answer na me fi ho obo beba no ejuma ba ko pa na mpese otimi ye was ye minimum wage.
Okay.
Ye ne labor ministry no. Ejuma ese itimi eye na ye hu say afi union ye si ekunwem.
Right.
Because ekuo bia woni minimum
wage.
That is it. Now union no ejuma edi kan eno no. Enti me bre no me call labor commission ye hu nyama nyina na akakakra obo ba beto aso.
Okay.
Sabre me pese ono ne time otimi finalize it.
Then esi kwam to wie.
On say ye dwuma no obi ade no ho. Na other places no ebia military for emu animto for no omo ye baako
okay
eba police once a band ho na fi aba corporate bodies no
right
but yen ye ha no yen sheda fasa anyama ne nye adwuma papa
okay
and afi ye wo independent artists ye dos and unfortunately omo teso no ya na omo emfa omo ho enhye union no mu bebre emra omo ho aye na obi ahwehwe omo no they prefer to go by themselves
until old age
and that is the thing and it shouldn't be so. I was say we a member, we a musician, we a professional musician, whether we do slow and now no, still stay faithful to the union. Said the beya, and there's a rule, this 60-80-20 rule. And to know nye obia ne betimi abo mo wo bi bebre no ya na mo no so but mo na mo so ekuonu a e betimi gina. It's a first one. And a second one, education there. Yeah, empire hunda.
Right.
It's answer most of the talented people. Nya obia ye talented and ope hu masua bebre. Until say abbreviate me and new trends are be no who said the corner for yen welfare issue no so I see it me a solid. A grand ball I'm say COVID by ni jaye. Until me stress enim say obeye na it me a raise funds aboa the old aged.
Music for music free.
The first source is dues.
Okay. How much per year?
At the moment I think it's 120 per.
For the whole year?
For the whole year. And unya insurance so count.
And I'm saying on average?
Oh, yeah, bro, 5,000.
5,800 crowns is all for your upkeep.
You see, and untino as a union, no, you can now go in for grants, with various projects. It's not a profit-making organization. It's just a professional organization to see to the welfare of the members. Intino ehono Musiga and Jessica Mount. Musiga ye professional association a show welfare, a show trends of the industry. You meet with other musicians and then a good welfare policy. Said there also a musician na bibi to kra musician biamba. Na che say enye fine. Intino I was say utimi dom cycle.
O can say most of the artists or entertainers na okay, we are musicians, some of the musicians also almost ra. Inform.
Yeah.
And then I'm be and also the DNA beside be attractive.
One I was say ye kasa
reach out to them.
That is it.
Okay.
And let them know what we can do for them and how they should relate with us. And to know that there should be that intentional stretching out, calling, talking to them, inviting them for things and making them know that yes, you are the frontliners now for the industry and we need you. So that's relationship ni here. I say unyatis no kana only on management but na say akasa they would come like see the need to belong. And then other services are like recommendation letters and things like that. If we continue doing it for them. And then also it's important for the musician nankasa to know say tomatoes for crowd association. Intini say me a musician padia esem me ku batanya e kire say oman mu anyuntufo eku no esem itimi e ka ho bi.
O call for one term.
Me pacho ane.
207 to was it 207 to 2011?
Me pacho ane.
Ano ango bi.
Okay, before I'm a president, no, na me de me G union num right from the time I me first album year 1991 and I me join here. Enti anche na me be Greater Accra treasurer.
Right.
From treasurer na me be regional executive. Then I became the second vice president for a full term, and then I became the first vice president. Alaji Sidi Kubari 8 years ni na me na yedwuma. Na me so de me hu gi ade mu a me ye ni ye nti no we sure that as a second vice, first vice, I just say 8 years apart from me working on me to me who so ama union no in representing and other things. Then I just say me be a president to the 4 years, can I say 12 years have been very active as a unionist. And until na machem. And until a man co second term. And then also the work is very, very strenuous.
Okay.
Hey, me ye na me who say me gray, but me say hey me show me age. And yes, ketwa. Until na me na my bread.
Okay.
And the person there when you don't have to be burned out. Until no, in fact, me call first time now. I was counting the days. That is it, because now they see me niso na me pese mitimi ye nyame adom mitimi achieve, and I felt I've contributed my quota.
This is among four speculative say Musiga, Gamro, as the piano, more lobby mamo to take over from you. What's the answer? Unionism, a family, okay,
and yet political party.
All right.
Actually, it is non-partisan. We share trade unions, bias and it here.
Okay.
And ebusia so dear, we share womanumu. No, I share omo we share ombetimi edi ekone kan. Aha. Inti no, nyese yehwehwe ya it. You look out for people with leadership qualities who can outdo what you are even doing.
Okay.
Aha. And you have to be faithful to the union. You can't stay aloof. And then election time, just jump in and think people will vote for you.
Right.
People should know you. People should know what you are doing already. And you know, usually, they stay aloof. When it's election time, then they come closer and they think they can win. You can never win because the people should know you. They should know what you can do before time. So if you have not paid those dues and been faithful to the union, it will be very difficult for you to win. That is it.
Government Emma Musiga.
For a long time, na government ain't shut down masse. You chair staff Canada because it's a professional association. But as an industry, no. Now there was the need to help the industry stand. It is out 2 million beer. Now that was the first bulk money, like government. Officially government the Maya. But Sebani say bia obiu anabibi na you know through the cultural ministry no na government supporting but say bia Musiga war government payroll so na no entesa.
So 2 million be no na for them.
It was for the research to do a major research on the whole industry. Because say ubegnya more grants and now abain betimi abua nehu bebi a hiam one na esi etimi ye nhwehwemu proper research of the whole industry into KPMG Boa Union no and that was what the chunk of the money was used for.
Research na dey no more research we call him because
say artists ewo oman mu dodo ahin na tunyum dodo ahin na tonyum dodo ahin na ye producers dodo ahin na ye engineers normal problems to say sika ahin no munya you know anyuma ahin na ba out they did all that, and that is at least one good document for the industry, and which there were other things. Now say about so their own shadow in this scam. Before I buy this scam now watch the nyama or the bayene na sifunyi na ntia hone de me jam obo pa na betimi yi no because me call ye na answer sika never.
Ma hwehwe obo mi hu.
Oh, Ghana Post. Like
obo. Come na bo.
Wakoso Ghana Post move fefe.
Come na bo. Once I'm abudin bemiensa. Kabna bo. Because money number. Wa dodge me sa minimum say.
Obeba me de manu betum.
Obo me say intentional
oh enya intentional.
So me de na make.
Na so aye shipa.
Me was so aye say no. Unless class me junior or primary school status rental.
Amazing.
They be me to request him call ma.
Me de manu betum.
Ha me on say. Me mba me bo bi achi ye penokre because higher education.
Nti obeba be yi anokora.
Because emre bi ye des obi artist bi buy. I think on social media obi be can say I didn't even hu baby this kind of coin na ye discuss na the coin research is open document to them I dey okay nipa kura di ade no buy me say me busan sa question no na be chere maybe I'm going to document
that is it
because oka chiro bi say o the 2 million Ghana cedis
me nye ni say 2 million ni nyina na mo de
say when you 2 million na obi busa bia na research na ati.
That's a major thing because now paperwork being need for the industry. So that was the major. That's what the chunk of the
social amount now is like a day and 2 million. Anna, yet it is say artist being X amount, we X amount.
Yeah.
You know, a baby the sell Bobby to me clear on this because I don't know say but also you deep penny that's in semi bar. When it comes to Sikasama Contebu also clear.
Yeah.
Because it's a mission of concert.
Now, before that happened, during my time, I made sure that I was sending reports and requests and things through the cultural ministry to government.
Okay.
And I believe some of those things, NMA, Abayun who say, yeah, serious. And like I said again, Mesa Bosso, Abai enkukuru sika keke emma obia. Ese hope and who paperwork ni na ejuma. Unfortunately, no anyum industry ni ti se sika we aba pe music industry pe no bia sorry ye na ho na emma reho kakra. Say yen as creative people, yen ka ye hu bom enye serious. Na ye train say sika bi be pie baby and so be unitia emboa. You know, all of a sudden people started even forming groups.
Yeah.
But that shouldn't be. We should think about the next generations to come and start helping our industry to grow. And not think that, when we hear that, there will be some money, then you come together, that will not help.
Also, most musicians are with the guitar platform and you're strong. Musiga, more than welfare of artists.
Yes.
Gamro, some royalties, I'm an artist.
Yes.
And then a musical kuno, to make sure Gamro a promo game more than the Yunis say.
At this time, Gamro issue na at that holiday. Hammer, I can tell you point blank. Say anyum to phone bia boapayo. And ama Gamro te ekumye tisu sesia court cases echano huishia. And with those court cases, ama organization as a is a konho eya anyum to phone mwe boapayo. And it's very sad because our industry technology ama bibia online. Eseka itimi emma because Gamro na ye the organization our money bag. Yeah. That's how I should say it. Because on na abai mandate say NGG royalties emma anyum to phone. Na say ya anyum to phone ye bema organization na konho na entimi nye na dwuma ye because asumesi ana obintin person no no kotena oye na organization cross said that no we board wuntimi enye CEO rane board so there mu ye decisions no one ma organization na ye dwuma ka eba the same na me share industry na 2015 I decided to go into publishing administrative because say yenya data papa na yenya sub publishers ama ye dwuma anko other places na chese dwuma no yenko enim enti no as a union no the betimi aye ne se ebe empower industry people omo betimi aye dwuma ne yie me kan yie technology nti no ese we dwuma no utimi register ne yie na ewo online and to set na and one kasa obetimi ahye kokoemu kasa wampo na duplication obe na mienu miensa kra obetimi dey come market na wenya ho sika but this time there I just saw the two online na so the two online there say utimi nya notable publisher na fin so of course the distribution there bebre obetimi akọ Uprise Music obetimi akọ Aftown we mu ye Ghana for a set up. Okay. CD baby wo iTunes ni tune core ni bebre but important say we are Ghanaian utimi nya a publisher wo Ghana obetimi enya other sub publishers ebeboa
now they be fadum to international me dia to what they are to what next
What they to one to say them kind they can say to me will be all share out amount.
Out as in
as a publisher or no ewo data no accurate.
Okay.
Na or no so ewo other publishers ewo different countries are. Almost so omuni CMO no to say say GH Music Publishing. Any Gamro back.
Okay.
And no the air cost or Gamro ni yeni team for our artists.
Okay.
Then other publishers are different countries, US, UK,
South
Canada,
Africa,
South Africa, Kenya, they almost so more sub publishers or what do repertoire or catalog
okay.
No almost so at the ama collecting society until na say royalty be bar. It's me who na yedo the amount. Na wohwemu a anyumtufo bebre ye omunyum wia. Obi wo ho especially omo frontliners obi to say Joe Metal, you know, Stone Boy and asefo no. Omutimi efa na bia omo register with ASCAP.
Okay.
Any of the international. But here is not just say you are robbing Ghana, the originality of the work no. Ebekwa could di another country. And say we will register with copyright office or Ghana. Now first. You know, now for the digital distribution, online distribution, the companies be brave or how bet me I am.
Also before after release no. What the cassette number marketers. Or making sure say radio stations airborne, TV stations airborne for people to know so them about out. It's omukoto. Now digital platform, why you in how do I get my music play to get more streams? Before
you do that, no, and you be abeba out, and you miss ufiti ya now they about out. And you to for be yes, I mistake way. Digital stores no cry be take you 3 weeks and some when you're not live. Into I say ultimate now planning like minimum 6 months. Now the planning will release date. Said the beya and who they will know obet me abon on kakran fiti asia to mount up. And at the same time, no, the traditional way of promotion is still very valid.
Okay.
I said radio still it's me above. I was say bloggers still a strong wasem. Even the papers cry I say mutimi a can wasem. And online you were even international ways obet me subscribe volume. Na you promote to amount online.
Okay.
You know, in different countries. So we means nyina e wo ho a obetimi aye. The here say yesi edinam ene yinam. Wo nam na wo de be yi ne dia obetimi akoyi.
Na nam ya de koyi. O hwa be nam na nam na de koyi so say nam.
Ya man aba ne san radio stations na doso. Adoso pa entino akoye in fact promotion aye issue sabra me no ka say
when they go you fish in the the fish the back you well
me na make catch up and you know say ultimate strategize na we hear other things
na from anya no nti na o say you make sure say radio for no so login system no aye right so the baby could just come a radio me album on kran I know say I don't they will pay the royalties on it. Me
no ka say Gamro enya music monitoring company bia.
Okay.
It's me monitor like radio stations because I'm satellite no must fine me monitor.
Currently.
Internet that problem is no more. Into whether the station log or not, it can be seen.
Okay.
Gamro can even give invoices to various radio stations.
Okay.
So why wouldn't me need data now? They can give you the data and show you how many, the time and everything that you played so that you can pay.
But did they pay the artist by the login system? How?
Yes, it's say obia it comes in your name.
Yes.
And you know there's a system that gives what has been played, and for every bono units.
Okay.
And that is what Gamro uses to calculate.
Because I'm an artist. Now me say I know a day so me command 20 radio stations. Maybe I'm be 1,000. I mean so at the end of the month, no, so much to charity me bear 2,000. And I'm doing a good investment.
In fact, about royalty and no anyum to 4 pension money. And ye enone main sika ubenya like a bra was so why no. Sikano should come from the sale of your work and the streaming of your work.
Exactly.
Now a hono and a best kakra And I feel so live shows near there obey. Royalties need there, it trickles in. It trickles in. You don't have to really sit say within 5 months when your royalties no.
Because
very because but there are other ways like branding, having other endorsements and other concerts.
Other ways.
Those are the ways you can make your quick money. But after the royalties is for posterity because a check. And a check now and also no throughout 70 for your lifetime plus 70 years it will still be coming, though it trickles, you will still keep getting something even when people are not buying your work. But evergreen songs there is still sell. Up till now I still get make money from my old works.
But you didn't come on. Artist welfare. Entertainment, any drugs, any some certain lifestyle. I'm saying, the possibility of you being tempted to do it, high.
Hammer, Mamen Kasimbi. Ya nankrofo edwin se we creative ese wutiminya substance na ma inspiration Megina station so aka say false deception deception and ma addiction I do be call problem
no substance can
make you better than the Holy Spirit himself. It's say nyame honhom na ohumegu yemu no sa inspiration no wo hwehwe n'echi na wo so nyame mu ya inspiration obema wo no echin de wakonum bibi nyame honhom ne ba so a echin akom. Now that is the true one that every artist should look out for. And I'm saying it on authority because God did it for me.
Right.
God did it for me and has done it for a lot of other people. If you look out for your source and embrace him, who made you? I checked now nya no crefi hin e bai. Nyame na de ma o. Enti se wo hwehwe nyame na o de ma o no. Na wo train enimu a ebeye wo nwanwa said your obeye. Other drugs near there no obehu no akoye dependent on it. Now more problems and more issues are addiction ye demon ankasa se uma ho kwan a ebetinya say with talent nankasa wona say we bisunya say bibia.
How do you know you are getting addicted?
You can't live without it. You just want to have it and have it and have it, and a false balance is an abomination. Too much of everything is bad. There's an accepted a year you would need even aduane
limit.
Aduane kra yedi one limit na wo di no too much etwato aso a be sell ube ye kese ube blotu ebe ma o yare po a eni seba. And you just have to discipline yourself as an artist and look for your source. Even if so gospel I will make it unye sika. If you are not called in that area with the gifting and ube sika. But if that is what God has called you to do, you will make it out of it. And I would make stress say, and you'll be keke na obetimi sorry say we at opese we won't mean now if you decide say me pese me artist enti me it should be intentional, but make sure the gift and the talent is there. Don't force it. Yeah. Me enwo ho ansa we sua bia ka ho. But say eni ho na say wo de wo ho force say we ya ube ebeka to ube pim wo baby. But say wo ho a yakata when you cry, when you cry, you can still go on,
you share mental health. What dealing with somebody or no will be that. That period now in Pakro is stay, How did you manage it? At what point I won't say it here?
Honestly, I won't say there's this deception say, ubia or mental health or bodam. That's
what's happening.
Yeah. But mental ailment a situation to say malaria, diabetes or jaundice. Ye nyina say ye ka say mental health say wo betimi asori na we hu say oh enemeye ABCD ene that way ejuma we na meye I mean in your rightful mind na wetimi a reason ye you know na waye bibi aboa wo community na chese wo good mental health nti say obetimi asori say oh ese mitimi shatare we ni we na match na oh ese time we mi didi oh ese time we mitimi ekofa me car na me kofa me ma wo school when you, that is a good mental health na say wuntimi enye sa de na chese you have a mental uda ho unim say uda ho obeda won so you don't have that he said no ade achi ese me sorry na me koye adwuma na me ye we anami oh no matena ha che ese me sorry koye then you are not in your right mental state. And se ebana sa ewe draw it me edisa. Eye no krese eye huhumu nsem. Intina there are so many ways edeba.
And mostly near. So what's the deal? Most of the time if you say mental EBI sunsumwani.
Na just say no me bi order. No.
No kakra woman.
No kakra woman, but there are other causes edeba. Ebi a hereditary.
Okay.
And you say so call area bisa no ebi o ho a ewo ebusuanum nti ewo ebusuanum ne die na che say kakra be kan na se wo live ya die betimi atrigger ma de na ba no ebi wo ho a se ewo ebusuanum mpo na se wan kwanko ye nyama e be trigger ade na wun embada because one day ye when did ye o dey imagine say one that 3 days continuous. After 4 days, how do you feel?
Very miserable. I mean,
that is it, and that is the beginning of say we are prone to it. A bit miaba. 2, I'm fan cheni bufu. A bit trigger.
Anger.
3, substance abuse.
Okay.
And enyama bebre ewa a bit mi amanaba. And no lifestyle na obehwe ni yi. And ebrim kra etimi trauma ebi asem bi si yaw bibi etimi happen na nipa ne di yaw ana disappointment bi you know enkan aware you know relationship ho nsem odo nipa na ma say ntino nipa no eka bibia na oye bibi na a trigger na ate ama you know edi bibia ba aha ena musuo bi so wo ho a de de ba no ntino say ewo ebusuan no de da na say wo down ho so na ebusuan bebre so ya na ye katakata so you know eba na de ahye sunsum sem ne ade stigmatization ninti but mental health so what that and now you prona don't be shy and seek the right help. A doctor for bebre wo you were different kinds of the situation. It be a maniac, it be a schizophrenia, different types.
Most of them don't want to believe, say they have it. They have
and
issues.
That is the problem. Because the one gen to say, oh, me issue near. Okay, me here me draw say. Shall be sir, obi all diabetes. So tornado no the same one obenya crisis. Sounds as a mental situation. Say we draw ye day amount with me a fan of the right time. O find the right time now this so you'll be okay. Of course, o dem pie boni ade nyina aka ho a. O better but the issue I quite to say elastic.
Okay.
Elastic to me chichira ade kama. But say elasticity no eluso a just oye ni den. This a what chichira nten and say tinya so ade no ye. Nchichira nchen ni ye eduro no. Nti wo bom pie kra na nyankopon esa o ya ade na wo ye okay. Corner doctor and show medically because acquired to say elastic.
You're saying
anyway. And you need that support.
Okay.
You should religiously take your medication. So fuck out. It may reduce na acquired afi na kitwe and na wode joso.
Yeah.
But say we ignore no totally you may get a relapse.
Mekai se me within komobi madam fubi utimi twan trauma ne is fekeke. Otimi creating some thank you kasa wetuma kan bia na wa out wa
some na kan anya na chese ni mental state no anya correct bebre timi di nyansem ti obi wo ho a and now you're fine. The next moment you go chan crowd feel
mood swing.
That is it. And all these things they say nipa no wankasa tenasena se say adena ya afa me say because at the time was sano and same be a waka catch them crofo na what did do matemwa ahye no the next moment why fine no wo de won kayo but omo de omo kai ni nyina na ye den say omo de wo be reconcile. And it's important to seek the support. Na jitum say me situation me say obi a wenya malaria so utimi fa ne course. Obi a wenya join this so fa ne course. Obi a wenya diabetes ade bia ofa ne duro. Me so me de ne tesa. Say wo hwe so fa na apart from that no so say utimi any nipa ye fine.
Okay. Open up.
Yes. Men feel say because when you stay in isolation more ebema na ye worse. And crofo ben wo na wo pe omasa no ma omu hu say this is my situation said e be ya omo be boa because wo na ewo wo no wo nim time a wa start ya manifesting omo ben wo so mo do pa omo betimi hu omo no mo betimi aboa
abuse abusive in relationship.
Yes, physical abuse, traumatic, and now situation be a ye nyan pa bi, you know, and all those things can cause.
That's what means as obo we are. Obe show remorseful e bi ani sun bi obi so go no.
Yeah.
Because odo.
Yeah.
The next minute was out on inside.
Yes. And you know, wa woni nipa nete no. One say utimi hu say nipa no oyare. Na yare no the mental state and nyamani bia oye no onim se yesa enti no se wo fa ne sa wo mfa nhye mu because one fa ne sa na feel say ebo apayo no wa hyeda na odidi watem owi a waba be pa ucho a wo ntimi mfa nche no na se one fa nche no so wo ntimi ndo no mboa no enti no ese wo na wotimi hu signs no beba wotimi hu nipa no obehu se ka say nyina sorry dware twitwi yesene as edwa yesiesie ho ebinum etimi yesa pepepe but when say afi okasa bebre dodo sana no a check say ni nro no ofa na ne time aso ese ofa ese data o mo de fa ne de udi yet say o bible no say de be ya woma emre no empa ho o hweso ye ne sa pepepe a oni nipa ne betina kama wan kampo obi nim se bibisa ewo ho ena omu hia ye mwa pa so enti omu ye ade a memfa nhye mu ena afen so no munya emra oye fine no muntimi nya code ne nsem bi a muka said de be ya so ko too much a wo bossa eyi no super no hu se ti sa nyama no so etimi eboa
Dina Hopeson and en twetwe nkomo last week CSM Mankwa Baha I don't know what say the gap between married couples should be like 20 years. And I'm saying, yeah, Bokodi. I don't say, yeah, Ochi Obano worried the Teva, ABR 17, 18, 19, there have been a one in the bar that early age. But I'm a check out here no, oh, now 20 years.
Anne.
Very early.
Yes.
Why?
I want advantages and I want disadvantages. Na meka say nipa mature people na worry.
Yeah.
Na maturity so any age mu.
So why your exposure?
Because by age 15 I'm a year born again. Na I'm a year born again no. It's like it was like my call to ministry.
Right.
And to imagine a 15-year-old or to say
praise him.
But at age 12, 13, my parents separated.
Okay.
Now my papa will fee until now if you the rent now they their own until now it was
okay.
And from that time no, I had to take care of myself.
Oh, broken home.
Yes.
No mommy way.
Oh mommy, na yet enough connection. Papa see if you enough connection. And no mommy if you call official town or call.
Okay.
Papi they know your transport owner, not your driver, so no call a flower near there. And at a point the separation by na onti me. Me say obo my kom na me share our gramophone so. Obo ya my dey trigger. My kom
fast.
And at a point no or resettle call ye cry e wutu breku. And no na even before bekono only almost much of the time.
Okay.
Na yes 7, me na me last born.
Right.
3 boys, 4 girls, and 4 women to me area.
Okay.
Na 3 boys no 2 kwan and a car back.
Okay.
And I for no a call me mammy ho, and a car my sister pe. International say me any siblings mienu pe any wo fie. Now at that time no one had to the first shock I mean because my parents almost said now they really were a nice couple.
Okay.
But then they started fighting. You know, and
no,
I witness it back home. And I was so shocked say, these people that loved each other so much, why are they fighting
physical?
Like this? It was bad.
That was the first time the first time you saw this.
Yeah. And you know, a mommy throw nipa. And then the separation came. Mother wants you to in his side, father wants you in say a mommy throw nipa kakra.
Okay.
But it matured me quick.
Okay.
And you know, me call secondary school, me from 5. I worked a bit to make some force cram it on me.
Wow.
You know. And so that toughened me up. So by 20, now I was a bit matured. I had just finished 6th form.
Okay.
And to me family want to go through that.
Okay.
And more so the number one, so he was only 22. He was the youngest in the Bible school.
Too close of age.
Very energetic and you know. But the issue was he had bipolar. But at that time, no, mental health. According to you know, he had an episode around that time. No, he saved.
Okay.
He saved. No, now he was preaching and doing things. And he one hospital, yeah.
Okay.
Because the faith was solid, and not the core Bible school. And so maybe it's like sometimes no where I'm take a crack. So that was how. But and then I met me. I can say all the married time near the it was an episode.
And you maybe now
that is it because any be brave NCC any. But GDA any faith into no ye bu ye ni gu. So because mankasa kra bu me ni gu niama be brave.
But for 7 years, on the name manage you.
Me pachuan.
Oh yeah, anything with this problem.
Okay, you know there were times nebufu no na enye correct. But I still
go overboard.
Yeah, to me go overboard. And then sometimes too there was this strong faith to some extremes, but you know, I would say God honored some of them. But he was very hard working, so
okay.
And you know, it was like he was sold out for God and nothing else. That was what helped. Because and twisted and call negativity, yeah. It was twisted towards preaching the gospel and anything that will bring souls.
Right.
So that was the focus. And so in doing that, and so we trisu no betin and I be see na obeye. And you know, you best sorry in term, you koye interviews, you koye say, and he put all his energy in it. And I admired him for that. And he encouraged me. But like, let me get my team and let me be rehearsing.
Okay.
You know, some little things are
jealous.
Hey, and they're over.
Overprotect.
I don't have to smile to anybody. And I wouldn't necessarily. You know, and
overprotection said in Semba.
And Sembe and then conclude.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's nothing like that. It's only in his mind.
Straight.
Very careful. And then I'll be careful what I'll say. Because Nibufu says and we are software. So I don't want anybody to see that into your call out my edin. You do fear number come my
distance.
Basic assembly and the fan who obey blue or paid papa so be you know, everything should be classy. And at a point he helped build the brand, but the excesses of it too much. Na meka say say God was faithful. As of the time you note me, I feel yes so clear. It was the last time, maybe 1997, I came to launch my album. Odion Sofo Nyamechemu.
Odile Monana.
And it was all part of it. because
and
I make
issues.
I didn't want to see this evening cry but when him time program na starting. I feel what do airport we had the full cry. And a lot of issues. And you know, some of those things.
And the separation by no.
I
think it was part of it.
Because na faith abuse and na doors and or can say obekwa to na obekuno ho no obekume no okuno ho.
That's so.
And he went arranging for the gun. And so when I heard that, I was scared.
Okachire obi.
Okachire me. And then Okachire obi say yenye arrangement no peg gun for protection. That time na armed robberies in Kitinkiti started but you know for protection, but I knew say no, that would not be it.
Protection.
And then nafe actually me call 96 no me call Amsterdam Echo recording. And you know yenye nampo ne yekoye. Na visa yikura no ufi hokok kroko froso I wouldn't mean back. And you do Amsterdam, you do 1 week per se oko UK. You so I wouldn't mean back so and okoye. And pass okoye na nya de obetimi aba.
Oh.
Nipa yen separated that.
We are control.
And then he had to go back to Ghana and say a hono na fe din sembibre aba. So when I came back, I realized that the situation was worse. In fact, me back no assign oko UK back. The following week na yen me back Ghana. Chote se maba no. The all ye bia no jaya no buy, which was all waste
of money.
Yeah, and your buy no okay so waba, and you know the abuse was still on, and then the wastage was still on. Into your kuhu church no cry, and it's like okay, sikanba at least chim. Nama wife fint me and handle until cry. Ne chair no so say mom fan sang come be or then it's a come here.
Restrictions.
Last time no night me told me see me so I see me so and so for nyamiche ebisa me ho asem and I knew that was the confirmation. Me buy and me compare doctor a man no problem. A man in Ru or say or an appointment mama na kwa that was it na dano said you to me a buso me ti anye yi wedu pum na me ko share
na kidi su actually
I tell you it me pie na me nim na me prepare nya de na me dwane and that was when I moved out. And the way it was, because I knew that look, my things would be worse. And then so I told my family, and the church said, okay, you're in separate kakra. Yeah. Then he went out telling yes, and it was all because Sanipano now on shed.
How did you deal with that situation that time? And a publication so I mean, if you have some of that one thing, you know.
Eya dum. How am I dum? In fact, I thought say.
Mama you man.
Thank you. What he says, Muna Misaka. I don't be what he says, Muna Misaka. I don't know me to say, Emuna make it coming home. Emuna me, Madina. I don't be what he says, Emuna Misaka. I don't be what he says, Muna Misaka. I don't know me to say, Emuna make it coming home. Emuna mi Madina. Oh, Adum biamenya. Adum na mi tiase. Emuna mi ke kamemo. Emuna mi Madina. Adum biamenya. Adum na mi tiase. Emuna. Mama, I drum. In fact, I am say my bommy bravery. Because now at that age, you know, now me chinya Kogana regions nyina de nyomto. Now me cause some African countries. Now my European tour me call UK, Holland, Italy, Germany, you know, France. And you know, now I felt say my Jumewi.
End of life.
Team ne baby ya. Matunyuma ma president. Enti me koda na me say rade and enyumre die.
What next?
Fameko. No, be fameko. Maye de maye bi. Betina no ma esu. Adiache. Me say hey.
What that you say?
It was not easy. Na me hu me ba na me hu netikwa na me yemashim.
Okay, papa.
Me tenene papa ne a na makoma atwe say na ebo na eye me ya physically. And I call Radi nim. I say Radi, Miss Yisa Yawi because me ban me nya dia me kase me pese me hu no. And papa isu de otia sentimental ne by all means. Nti ya ono me de akwanchin pai boni su say Radi boa me na me ntimi fa nche wo because na eniama wa ye no na ya ono na ya mame na me sungu Radi so. And
it took you how long to recover?
Within 3 months, na metimi dia channel. Na me de channel no. Nyame adum ena ma me de channel. Na me de channel no still ana ase akokwa aye de kente butu no so no. Na madaso me ye moa me hu de menye. Na me tell message be that new beginning. Reverend Ablo setablo ni preacher me invite me still ana kakra invitation kakra but na be programs me be na fe no be am frame me biom
because of issue now.
Because of issue
people were not calling,
but then other African countries were calling, and I had to now sit down and reevaluate life and decide to open a new page and start over. Enti me amet nase efa paper ne pen and ewo nyame nim. How do I live again?
Okay.
How do I start afresh?
Okay.
It's like, okay, so there were a lot of things that who are in terms, so you couldn't do it. So this is a fresh start to do all those things. Me when I'm person musician driving cry, say there be. Papa, and it's like I'm the artist, but I use that time to be praying and preparing.
Yeah.
But I couldn't be free to do anything else. I really wanted to me go back to school. I learned a lot of things. I learned to drive. I learned to swim. I learned to anything that I can do.
Any name, any name or person there or support you during that time to recover from this?
During that time, a basic semwa, but we had relieved Onyamia Semse, and then I didn't quite hini kese also no. With my despite music.
Okay.
The Father Dixon despite company no. I just told them say, look, every month they may no na beji. So that really helped. They were faithful. They supported in Kankai Father Dixon.
Okay.
Then my church. Okay, nti senam your Assemblies of God. Nti no said yeah, na chese ye fee and station. In fact, from Bema Camp Assembly, my Mempasem Assembly or Medina area or East Legon, sorry. But because of the issue, no, he said no. Nyamia friend as an evangelist. In the Assemblies of God churches, and your mobile empire invitee and nam preach na metonyum. So we have done all those rounds. And you know, when the separation came, and I was like my back to me, back to my old church. And the memories were just so bad. But I saw them like the memories were just too much for me. So I changed churches.
Okay.
I now moved to Life Pastures. Reverend Gordon Kisai. Miracle Life. Sorry, Miracle Life. Now I started no tema na me was North Carnation. But I went there because it was a new place and the people were so friendly. The church really received me. And the pastor put me on salary right from day one. Can you believe that?
Wow.
And met sure programs and the church was praying for me to make me programs. Pastor named the mayor, back. And so that also helped. And then there were a lot of people like Dampon Pharmacy, Mr. Dampon. He helped at that beginning. No, because me bodia does, but obia obua me bia onim. To the extent that Mami Dokrumukra Besrami, like people came to visit, people encouraged me, and then at a point, but a and at that time, no. So what I did was I made a plan into school. I make a shop, me ba no man ba into the school or kono because see no school na me ma colleague on me ba ma be fa no na me no co shop and I plan to live me car to me pay me car I decided I will live to take care of me ba no because now I say when you continue bruchre or whatever but I decided to stay put
na papa no all these one no na me
na
was am metata
oh na a woman no oba shop
okay
kakra na me de ama no and now not no started or the pressure to me so say me dem when we no be on the person kono on the person movie on enti no initially or the me call ni uncle or a lawyer ko brugu no so e frame me kono me ko kan bibia na you say no na the goodness why are you doing this stop it near identity after twice and all those people were people I would nimo na omonji niska now say on your niska I should go ahead and do it so that he will be free because when you be our koware. In fact, if I knew what I knew, I can but he kept pressurizing now or basa so and easy. So finally, I had to initiate the process for him to be free. And I was not ready to. I don't have time to think of going to marry or anything. And it was not.
So by your life.
Yeah, and so went ahead and did that for him. So after 10 years, and now me really gone and I'm called full time as a missionary with youth with a mission. And at that time, I was still serving Musiga. So that made me busy. If I'm not studying, I'm doing Musiga something or I'm doing ministry into missions. And it's important that when you have a crisis, take yourself out of it. Give room for yourself. You mourn. In fact, I mourned. Nipa not tiasio, but it was like we were my brabum. So I had to mourn and let go of him. And say nyame ne born, so nyame would take care of him. Nyame ewo plan mano. Now how do I take care of me? Because my nyesa na say I was also dying. And so sit down, Mrs. saying, what can I do? I have to study. Yes. Humbled myself. We were classmates. He said the classmates they will be because school no different. So do things that you wished you could have done that maybe another woman now take that opportunity to learn, meet new people, make family. If you want to have more friends, you have to be friendly yourself. But choose wisely. And conform more interest you just don't follow the crowd because you want to mix with people. Look for people who believe in what you believe. People who will encourage you to follow your dreams, and make time with God. And dear, because if you make time with Him, or and then take good care of your body. Adia uya onim say ebema u guilt. Aye strong na didi umuno. Don't do it. To save your own mental health and your state, and mebusia so ebuaye. Mebusia eso mimu. And I thank God, say ene me say me kasa ya dum. It was after 10 years of being a single parent, and I me sign a
Mr. Hopeson.
Nah.
Oh, yeah, I don't know to convince you. Why? Because you saw what happened between your mom and your dad, which was bad. Once you experienced it before 7 good years.
Yeah, me dear.
Wow, dear. I don't know to convince you, sister. Because you never know what is ahead of you again.
In fact, first time I share Dr. Hopeson, no, your doctor.
Okay.
Now, Obe invite me now Togo or ministry or Togo. Obe
suffer na.
Oh yeah, me fie na metna. Me ne baby akọ.
Enti. Ese so for so panyom to for pa ade.
Na say ya na ekura ministry. Ya to an o ma. E to an hun konkwa pie.
Call and respond.
That is it. Enti Obe fa me call Togo. E program on National Theatre. In fact all in ministry anono na abemwe na aba.
Oh, 1, 2 maybe. And then what album titles no? But can you actually
Mate.
First album.
He is Lord.
Second.
You are da and also and a winner.
Third.
Onyame. Yes mo.
Okay.
Me da say what ya mami. Me nyame wa ye that was the third.
Yes.
Fourth year. If Jesus say yes, no one can say no. If Jesus say yes, and fifth yeah onyame asem se
okay
eno na yeah eno na ajenkwa hinekase you ayo send your fire abemwe and also and the next one was ebesimi onye ebesiye. And then the next after that was enya una afirame ayamena mafirawo sawo kosuaba mamia. So the title was Kosuaba,
okay.
And it was two titles, Trusting You in Kosuaba. And the next one was Africa, America.
And the saying.
I know. Okay. Fifth one was Unyamia 7. And Ebesimi Ye 6. And Kosuaba 7. And Africa, America 8. And Happy Birthday.
Okay, 9.
And there were Hope Volume 1.
Okay.
And Hope Volume 2. And I'm here Up North EP.
Okay. Apart from relationship crisis, and you too, challenges when we go through a toughen one answer. I'm when you drew a beauty.
Okay, so like I said, the family came first. It's me record the first album. I was pregnant.
And then I was school.
No, at that time, so me school now. I'm worried.
Yeah.
Until me worry and me 5. And so when I was recording, I was pregnant.
Okay.
And then I launched at my 8th month. Me a concert cause you so content to say unim me unim say.
I know a full mom.
Enti me launch album the following month na me way. And so nursing a baby and on the field singing is not easy. It's not easy at all. As a mother, I mean, with Jacob program, whole program I said no, I don't. You have to. So that was the first challenge as a young new mother. I loved the work and I was passionate about it, but I felt I wished it was a time that I really could have. But everything in Massa, and I stood up to that. And then 2, every artist, you need someone who believes in your talent and would manage you, because as a creative person, the creativity comes, you get it, but you need someone to do that support for you.
The business part
of it, to prepare things for you, arrange things for you. I mean, be the forerunner, be the spokesperson, so you can devote time for the creativity, devote time for rehearsals. So when you are out there, it's good. It will be too much
for you.
And I had one who was my husband, and it has its pros and cons. Because you are home, you deal with home issues. You deal with business issues, and so that is it. And unfortunately for me, the person too had a problem, in a compound in a kakra, and so I had to deal with a lot of things. But thank God, maturity in the Lord helps. And to baby, I said, who you are, to me and manage. The next one has to be with funding.
Okay.
Because
production.
It's a capital intensive work. So you need to prepare, sit down and plan well and have what it takes to do it. Yesu kai I'll say why na okosi die na ontnase nonsense na on start is a when we are nipping who on best so smesi share and you must say me and so if you don't put everything together to do it and do baby I'll per se it do no. And you need to really sit down. As soon as we free something just to promote a yikaka, you don't. I know you're different, but if you really want to be an artist and go far, you need to sit down and plan from day one to the end. Yeah. Everything is intentional. Plan even when your post should come out and things like that. And so the funding, we got people to support us. But because of the issue of the mental state of my manager, it was not, there were a lot of wastage that could have been avoided. And so at the time we separated, there were a lot of debts that I had to settle. And I give glory to God that He was so faithful. I was able to settle in those days.
Brandon, name change. Your real name, Wakakra. Maybe Ashitewia.
Yeah.
Ashitewia.
Odeba. Asanto beka odebi. Ukuapim for beka odebia.
Okay.
Odeba.
Bochi.
Aye.
Bochi ni the family name.
Bochi ni a family name.
Tewia ndi sawo ya Tewia.
Yeah, Tewia.
Ashini
ye Akosia.
Oh, okay.
Ba me fie utu breku ye Guans. Nti ye
Central.
Ye was Central region, yeah. Nti no ye ka Ashi.
Okay.
Fantifo kan AC.
Okay.
And Santifo Akosia. Nkranfo so kan Ashi.
Okay.
Nti Ashi ni ye the Akosia.
Akosia Tewia.
Ipachai.
Odeba no so
ye din ankasa ye de to me.
Okay.
Mema ne friend or die.
Okay.
Chief Obeka Adai.
Okay.
Adai Kessie.
Okay.
Adai.
Oh, Adai.
Adai. Nti me your deba.
Okay.
If Obeka no debia.
All right.
Yen beka no deba.
No deba. Ana be Dina Kiumi.
Aye.
Ana movie to Dina Hopeson. Brandon hono musically affected.
Meka say because I did not just stay just as an artist. I branched into different aspects of it.
Okay.
So, of course, for the first 7 years, I was known as Dinah Kiumi, the performing artist, the recording songwriter, singer-songwriter, performing artist. Then I moved into studies. I studied intellectual property law. I stayed with unionism.
Okay.
So then became a cultural administrator as the Musiga president.
Yeah.
So I dealt with policies, and in those days, for the 10 years, I never recorded.
At
a point, I was using Akiumi Bochi because Akiumi said, Obesiumi I shouldn't use the name.
What did he
Hey, I say I shouldn't use the name. So for 10 years, I just so it was Akiumi Bochi. Like I was not doing any promo or anything again. Then after that, so during that 10 years, I studied a lot.
Okay.
Me intellectual property law, me Bible school training. I did performing arts, School of Performing Arts.
Okay.
I even went to do events management.
Right.
And then counseling. At the moment, I'm a counseling psychologist, and I'm assigned so I am mediation.
Okay.
And then I moved into different areas. So at a point, I'm a policymaker, unionist, all in the music industry.
Okay.
And so then I'm still relevant because I'm still learning. And the day you stop learning, you start dying.
Yeah.
And so then started the publishing as well.
Right.
And tentacles not spread it.
Yeah. I can see it.
So if you don't stay glued at one point, I said that now, boy, and that was the first recording I did after 10 years of not recording. And that was in 2016, 2017 going, I started recording again. The Lord said, look, you can't just sit. Add it to your schedule. So when a new song comes, I just go to the studio to work. And permit me to talk about some of the Nkrofo in my age.
Oh, yeah.
First person I'm in the Juma, George Aban.
Okay.
George Aban saw me. I went to their church. And I said, the Juma studio. I saw record obra, And so that was how it started. Our Arc Studio.
Okay.
Then the next one was with Chief Kwame Frimpong. Chief. Chief Kwame Frimpong bought most of the guitars there. And it's Sami Helwani. Lebanese, no, yeah. And after so many George Aban Mubium sang another album. I've worked with Jebet Studios. Okay. I've worked with Ghanaian Studio, different other TVO Lamte. Okay. TVO Lamte in studio no. Sisia eno na aye another omo aye college cry. Okay. Yeah. So I've worked with different and about performances. So all things are possible band they were tema. Okay. They were like my carpet band. Okay. They to be live band. And then I've worked with a lot of musicians. In those days now you call churches minister in the regions. No, I like to work with the church musicians. Okay. And in the church, resident church group, I encourage them, talk to them, and then I perform with them to boost their morale, to let them know that hey, what you are doing, this is baby I would need, but that's not where you're going to stay. And baby I could be a anyum to 4 hono and a year it's like that is my area. Okay. And up till now I do that. Another passion I have is also children ministry. Okay. And so I train Sunday school teachers. I encourage them a lot because the children are very, very important and we need to accept them like Christ accepted them. On the normal ewo ye krum ha tradition is akolade abofraba ya akolade say but that is when we treat children like that, they lose their self-worth and then their confidence, and it results in some kind of timidity in some of the children. So it's important that we respect teachers, honor them, and they also be able to receive children, help them have their self-esteem, help them to know they are somebody's. Teacher, situation, and it should even be exceptional. That is another passion. So some of these things keep me busy. Mental health, of course. Yeah. Now, of course, living with one, so I'm able to tell quickly and as much as I can help. At the moment, we run the Center for Peace and Reconciliation. Okay. And we do professional counseling, mediation. We do a lot of training. And our house is always open and we help as much. I think so. I also deal with some of the conflicts that happen with some musicians. Okay. I do help to settle the matter amicably. Hana hamanya minshra.
With us.
Would you say that would Jimmy come me jitu mwana me take it I do. Me say hey papa we ni abre. Obefa me come o Lametta Hotel for so eje me come and I pay by force mean the breakfast. And ka Friday there come chine komo. Nyami enhira mu nyina na pure FM 95.7 FM nyami enhira mu. Hama waketua de untime nswa. Etiefo nyina nyami enhia mo nkankan mo am ye broadcaster mutie Prophet Moses name Lady Mamle michia mo bia otie won crying nyami enhia mo mefi ha me call British Council Telisa Ghana Music Awards ye forum they will feel say Ghana Music Awards ye mfa ho nensesen bia no bra ho na beka e be fa ni nyina atum say de be ya award no.
My only challenge with Ghana Music Awards as the be artist of the year no call for Jenna feel say Ghanaian. Oh, and if after I think said the last high life artist I would artist of the year I'm being kind how are you promoting high life?
Yeah, Diana Hamilton artist of the year. On your
high life.
I said gospel. You know ye bono. Ye gospel for your boy high life. Ye boy high life. Sing high life. Saka ye kase ye di genre. Any classification ka gospel for ye chair award ni na. Me na make catch up because ye boy reggae. Ye boy high life. Ye boy ye na ama high life nyum kra atna.
High life for ye friend. I'm meeting. You cry friend ma.
Adum.
Me watch out.
Ninyuma adum no enye high life.
Asebo nya betre. Say a friend high life for say me perform wo ha. Dan HammerTime on si ho. Ye friend no me pacho. Say a friend high life for say ne be perform wo Shatawale ye friend no. Enti no o ka so high life fighter sta me no nya adwene.
The American say ye bo high life nyum. Na ye ka say ye gospel. Yes, it's an say Tibwa, the kind say a dear number chakra. But we share genres na, we share Dina Numi Adam a high life. Nin Yenuma Yebono, high life genre no edosun. Na mum yen fa yen yakase high life artist, yen fa yen who em for her because yen numuna ye no, ye wa yebo type ya ye yen entertainers. Aha. And baby I can say ope indigenous say kidi any Kwame Eugene krana membo ni din. Omo ye young ones and one start say omo didn't cry if me trim. But the issue is said there was a time some few years na ye pe high life nyum papa cry ye hate cry ye nya na telesa Ghana Music Awards so there wo homa DAC afinumu enyum a edi akunin hit songs no ena ye ma edi ho adwuma enti na afinumu no utwa snapshot of enyum a na e rainy a you know until shemu akwekwa na nse you should make just the ended one. Into no artist of the year no maybe artist of the year no enye nyum na wabo no nko a ye ka artist na just a performance shows a why ye enipa ba wo shows wo artistry say wo stage said the ultimate perform nyum na nipa na ultimate no stay throughout the crowd na ni nyina na ye hwe enu ntina ebia akoba nsa ntin equation dey very tight enu nti crowd na yesan bi say ene ya ne minya ekran kanka wo bebo me send no link no na bia obia no dia bante e basa na ye tinase ni a discuss ni ahwa ni dia ye ne better intina Ghana Music Awards koni nim abribia no ye very open and na afibia so dia bebia no yes sene ahwe na dia say sesa wom ni etimi move ni aye because 10 years bia nyuma ni sesa enti
ebe na ebe news for ebe na ebe then Hopeson that's a P. Thanks for coming. I think for them as some kind of home, I dream come on. Next week, Mr. Mama exclusive.